Hello, good morning.
Hi.
This is the session of Ask the Trainer, and we're introducing one of our trainers here today, also the center head, to ask few questions about what she does. So please introduce yourself. So,
Hello, everyone. Hi. My name is Lydia Jonathan, and I am a full stack web developer and trainer at Rework Academy.
awesome. So, the entire idea of this whole conversation is to see how we can get into training. So, I'm novice. I don't know what's going on in full stack. So, what is full stack? And then we'll break down the processes that we would use to grow full stack. So let's start with the front end. I've been hearing about front end. So how does the process work? How do I get to start the whole process? I don't know anything. I know how to use a computer one or two times, but I want to come into programming. So how do I go about that?
Okay, so first thing you need to understand is, since you say you are new to the whole idea of programming, the front end development to begin with, there is something you need to understand about the front end development. It is like the interface, what the user sees when it comes to a website, a web application. And I'm sure you know what a website or web application is about, right? We have
Bet Ninja.
No, yeah, yes, actually. But we have notable examples. We have the Apple website where you have your device, your iPhones.
I've never visited Apple website before.
You should try it. It's actually a good one.
Not that I didn't do anything there, but I sabi Jumia.
Well, there's also Jumia. There is Konga. So these are notable examples of websites. When you go there, you see the things they try to solve, because websites are there to actually showcase what the organization or the company does. So when you get there, you're supposed to see what the person is about. It's either the website is showcasing a person as an individual, what he does, or is showcasing the entire organization, what it does. So it ranges from e-commerce websites where they sell things online, or personal portfolio websites, or just organizations showcasing themselves to the world as to what they do. They might not be selling something in a nutshell, in any case, but they are trying to showcase themselves. So that is what you build a website for global showcasing of what it is exactly you stand for.
Okay.
So if you know this and you feel like, okay, I want to go into something like this, I want to know how to build a website. That's when you now start the journey of knowing the difference between a front end development and back end development, or the full stack.
Okay.
So the web development is broken into multiple parts. You have the front end development, you have the back end, and then in between you have the database, which is the bridge between the front end, the back end, the front end person, because that's where the whole data keeping, data absorbing comes in.
Okay.
But then they both fall under these two categories: either be a front end developer or a back end developer, or you do both of them, which is the full stack development.
The two work.
Of course, it all works.
Which are the papers?
Well, they both pay depending on your strength level. Your skills will tell which one pays. But in terms of showcase, you're going to see more of front-end developers fronting themselves, because users are more drawn to what they see. And for the back end, you don't get to showcase yourself more, because the front end can interpret something for what the user can see.
It's okay. So that thing I used to click, all those buttons I used to click, that's the front end.
That's a front end.
Then the one I don't used to click
No, the one that makes sure that thing that you click works
is the back end.
Yes.
This is good, it's good. But you never tell me which one they pay pass.
They both pay, actually.
They both pay.
Yes, depending on the kind of website you're building and the organization that you're working for, or the kind of website you want to build.
You teach me how to build all of them?
Yes.
Yeah, now. So that means I'm going to choose.
Yeah, of course. You
It's
get
alright.
to choose.
So, if I'm coming here the first day, what am I supposed to come with? What am I supposed to do? How do I get in? How do I get started?
Okay, so based on how the front end, the development environment works, especially for any newbie that comes into development, the whole idea of doing full stack might be overwhelming to them. So what we advise is try to go to front end first, see how the whole process works, because that's like the opening up of you into the old environment of development. So if I'm able to go through with the front end and then see that what I'm doing is quite acceptable, I like it, I want to go further, then you advise, okay, now that you're good with this, you're now a certified front end developer, then why not do the back end and become a full stack developer? So if you walk into the academy and you say, I want to do development, we will always advise you start with the front end, because that's where everything starts with.
Okay.
Because when you're done with the front end, you get the whole idea of what exactly it is you're going into. It gives you an insight of what exactly I'm doing. So you now get to decide like, oh, I like what I did. I like what I'm doing, but I don't want to stop at front end. Can I take it further? Then when I introduce you to the back end, which will make you a full stack developer.
It's all right. That seems like a very long journey. Well,
it's not as long actually.
Long. But either way, so how long is this supposed to take? How long is this process supposed to take?
Okay, so because of the way our own is broken, we actually have the whole thing broken into 2 parts. The front end is for 3 months, while the back end is for 3 months.
The front end is for 3 months, the back end is for 3 months.
Yes.
So it's 6 months.
Yes, for the full stack, you get to do 6 months.
Okay.
But now we are actually introducing something to our front-end development that is going to make it seem a lot longer. We're bringing the whole idea whereby I'm sure you've heard of AI, the AI craze, where AI is coming to AI. Exactly. So what we did is we introduced the whole idea of AI automation to your front-end development, where you now introduce your front-end development into AI. Trying to build with AI, integrating your code with AI. Okay. So that alone has been embedded into your front-end development course. Now, that is also an option.
Okay.
So if you feel like you don't want to learn that aspect, you can proceed with the 3 months and the normal front-end 3 months that doesn't involve this. Then you go and, but if you want to go into the AI automation aspect, then you have to go for the 4 months AI front-end program. So now our front end is now based on either the 3 months program or the 4 months program.
Yes. So 3 months, 3 months, 6 months. Yes. Is there internship?
Yes, we have internship. And that's the one thing that we actually are very boastful in our academy. When you finish with us, and then we see, of course, we see your potential, we give you the opportunity of interning with us. And then this internship is not based on, come sit down and then understand it. No, we actually give you real world projects to work on. And this reward project actually builds your skills, gives you more insight on what building an application with a group of person looks like. Because it's not going to be you alone building the applications that you're going to be given, because that's where the internship comes from. As soon as you're done with the classroom learning, you've certified all the things that you're supposed to do in the classroom, then we absorb you as an intern. And then we start guiding you through the process of how to integrate yourself into society, into the development world, to see how to work with other persons. You'll now be merged with other group of developers to build applications.
How long is the internship?
Our internship is mainly for 3 months.
After 3 months, can I still stay?
Now that depends on the kind of application you're building. If you're able to build an application to the point whereby the application actually likes you as your developer, the person, the organization involved like you as a developer, and they want to keep you, then they can absorb you and you become a developer for them. You become automatically a developer for that particular organization, and you're employed as a them.
Okay. So that's like a gradual step. So front end, if I do well in front end, so for front end, can I still get internship in front end?
Yes, you can. As a front end developer.
Yes. And if I proceed to back end, I still get internship.
Yes, as a full stack developer. Yes.
Okay, that's awesome. So thank you, Lydia, for sorry, one last thing. Is there assessment?
Yes, please. If you're to come to our academy to learn, we do not like to rush the students to the point whereby we put them in a classroom and immediately start teaching them. We give them a feel of what the academy is all about. That is our signature move. What we do is, when you come here, because sometimes when students come in here, they're a bit confused. When they see all the courses that they want to do, they're like, why can't I do this one? Why can't I do this one? But they will tell you, okay, that's fine. Just calm down. Before you go into any of those courses, there's something called an assessment class. Now, the assessment is not as though we are giving an exam to write to. That's not how it works. So it is usually for 2 weeks. We teach you practically in a classroom for a period of 1 week, Monday to Friday. And it's a very practical class teaching you like the basics of what you're about to go into, especially if it's a front end. development class or the back end. But mostly, since every student tends to start with front end development, we give them an assessment. We teach them for a period of 1 week. And then after that 1 week concludes, we give you a project based on what you've learned. That is a way for us to access your knowledge, how exactly you access it. Let's see, let's know how you think, because development is all about thinking, logic. Let's know how you think. So that assessment will help us access you if this particular path is what you want to go into, or a different course will be better for you. So based on that assessment, if you're able to pass the assessment, pass the project that was given to you, then you can proceed with the class. But if at any point you feel like it was too stressful, you want to do it again, you still have the opportunity of retaking the assessment class to the point whereby you're satisfied and you pass the project. Then if you're granted admission, you're automatically a student of the academy.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So thank you, Lydia, for the information. Do you have any advice for somebody that is just thinking about coming into software? You've trained a lot of persons, know that. So is there any advice that you'd like to give we or someone like me that is coming new into software? I don't know. AI, everybody says AI is taking tech jobs. I'm seeing the whole issues online. So what advice can you give?
The advice I would give is, yes, there is the whole idea of, AI is taking over, and what's the point when AI is going to take your job? The advice I would always say is that do it if it's something you want to do. Don't say, because AI is taking my job, why should I do it? There's a whole scenario, this case whereby in the mathematical world, before the emergence of calculator, there was nothing like calculator. If you want to do mathematics, of course, you have your biro, your pen, your pencil. You have to do your calculation. And then calculator came in and everybody was like, the whole world was like, why do we do mathematics again? If calculator, everything can be done with calculator. Now, today in this world, do you think that to be a mathematician, calculator is what will take you there? So that's the same thing. It's just a tool. So the AI is just like a tool that will help you with what you need. But then you have to, of course, know the basics of what you're going into. The AI can't just sit down and think for you. You have to help the AI to navigate what exactly is supposed to generate for you.
Okay, that's a very, very good point. So if you are coming into software, you're coming into and you're still having fear about AI, don't worry. AI is just a tool to help you. So if you're supposed to be the software for the next 3 months, I'm also a software developer, just asking questions here, but AI is supposed to help you boost your speed and to pull up more products faster than usually it's supposed to. So you need to know the basics. That's why your work is here. You need to understand what is what, which is which, and how to scale, how to grow gradually in a confused environment where there are a lot of information. AI, the work is here to help you, ease up that. So thank you, Lydia, for this conversation.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate you for coming to this and for giving us a nice smile. Thank you.